When people call you extra, just look them in their face and say, am I extra or are you basic? Be a blessing.
I know you guys are used to using this for like massaging your face and all of that good stuff, but have you ever tried blending your foundation? Watch this. Not only does it evenly distribute your foundation, but the coolness of it helps to shrink your pores. So it's going to give a very, very smooth application, and you're going to get fuller coverage this way too. So you have to think when you're using a sponge or a brush, it's soaking up some of the product. But with the quartz roller, it's just evenly distributing that product. That way you're going to use less product and you're going to get a fuller coverage. What do you think? We are too old to be out here caught up on the way a man looks. Them looks ain't paying no bills. Them looks ain't got nothing to do with that heart. How is he treating you at the end of the day? Are his bills paid? Is he able to lead? Can you trust him? I've dated some very sexy men and I'm single because I learned them looks ain't got nothing to do with nothing, baby. It's the prettiest men. It's the most handsome men that don't have no respect, are irresponsible, and leave you completely broken. A lot of people aren't single because they can't be. They don't know how to be single. Get to a place to where you fall back in love with you and who you are. It's a good thing if you're able to be single. Being single is a good thing.
When I was in college, I lived down the hall from a foreign exchange student from Korea, and she kept asking me if I knew certain people. She'd be like, do you know John? And I'd be like, no. She'd be like, do you know Shayna? And I'd be like, no. And I'm not sure what tipped me off, but I started to wonder if she was only asking me if I knew black people. So I asked her, I was like, are you only asking me if I know black people? And she goes, yes. And I was like, do you think I know all the black people at this school because I'm black? And she goes, yes. And I was like, you can't do that. That's a stereotype. That'd be like if I assume you knew all the Korean people at this school. And she goes, I do.
Be very careful what you say to a man who's in love with you. Because once he falls in love, his life is dedicated to you and the family that you're making together. So when you come home from work with tears welled up in your eye, and the man that's in love with you go, what's wrong, baby? And you go, you know Larry from my job? That's all that brother heard was Larry from your job. Now he in the car with the pistol grip pump on his lap at all times, driving to your job looking for motherfuckers named Larry. You in the kitchen making a sandwich, listening to the news, forgot what you said, but you hear 3 dudes named Larry got shot at your job by a man with no pants on. See, that's your fault right there. That's your...
We're gonna be a catfish today. And I mean all day. Our foundation's not gonna turn orange. It's not gonna cause more acne. And it's not full of ick. Let's get it. Take your sponge and foundation. Do half twist. Do some twisties on your face. Make sure you get your nasties. And you blend. Dab, 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 dab. Dab! Then you add concealer. Just 2 dabs. Cover your sins. The only bags you should have are designers, friends. Make sure it's waterproof because you sweat like a snowman in Florida and you're going to cry your eyes out later because your kids are going to drive you nuts. Throw some brows on to scare away your enemies. Let's look skinnier than we are. Blush and bronze. Ooh, get your eyes in check. This is all I could get done because my little humans hate me. Only time for gloss. Still looks sexy though.
Always start with your eyeshadow primer. Then use a transition shade and focus on your lower brow and your crease line to make your skin tone look even. Then pick your crease color. Use a white concealer to get as much pigment as possible out of your eyeshadow. Next, I pick my main shade and apply it to the middle and also a little to the corner of my eye. Then I pick my corner color and I blend. I pick my end color and then I blend that as well. Part 2 is coming right after this video. Continuing where we left off, add eyeshadow primer to the corner of your eye, and then I added my favorite glitter from ColourPop. It looks like this. Then I added eyeliner and mascara, and this is the completely finished look.
Things I wish I knew as a beginner. Foundation on top of your brows allows for a more natural brow. Tap your eyeshadows around, that allows for a better pigment. Primer gives the filter effect. Tap your foundation versus swiping. Very little foundation on your forehead. Apply your concealer where I applied mine. It will lift your face. Let it dry down before blending it out. I promise it will give you a flawless under eye. Always blend your contour upwards. Press your setting powder in versus baking. It'll help with flashback and give you that flawless effect. Apply your blush where I'm applying mine. It'll help with lifting your face. And just like that, it's a whole new bitch. Don't think I ain't put y'all on to nothing. Follow for more tips.
You can't be friends with a bitch who wants your life. And you can't be friends with a bitch who always want to be in competition with you. Because the same bitches who you call your dog, your day one, your blood, your sis, your woe, be the same bitches that be hating on you. Be the same bitches that get amongst other bitches and try to dirty make your name. They be the same bitches who be behind the fake pages, who be sneak dissing you, who be semi-throwing shade. See, you could tell when the bitch got insides for you or when the bitch got pressure for you. A bitch fall back from commenting and liking on your status. A bitch stop double tapping your pictures. A bitch only call you when shit get hot as July. See, when your fallback game be serious, you don't give a fuck about a hoe. And when you know a hoe hating on you, that's when you apply more pressure to them bitches.